Unlike in the past, women across the world are shining in different sectors. They're breaking old-age patriarchal doctrines and raiding what was traditionally considered male bastions. The top 100 most powerful women cut across all careers. Musicians, designers, and models all have their place, but the top spots are dominated by some of the most impressive world leaders and CEOs of our time. Here are the top 10 most powerful women in the world. Number 10. Michelle Obama, former First Lady, United States. Michelle Obama is a lawyer, writer, and the wife of former US President Barack Obama. Prior to her role as the First Lady, which ran from 2009 to 2017, she was a lawyer, Chicago City Administrator, and community outreach worker. As a First Lady, Michelle focused her attention on social issues such as poverty, healthy living, and education. Her 2018 memoir, Becoming, discusses the experiences that shaped her, from her childhood in Chicago to her years living in the White House. Michelle first caught the eye of a national audience while at her husband's side when he delivered a high-profile speech at the Democratic National Convention in 2004. Barack was elected as U.S. Senator from Illinois that November. In July 2016, Michelle campaigned in support of former First Lady, Senator and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, who became the official Democratic nominee for the American presidency and the first woman in the U.S. to win a major political party's presidential nomination. On the first night of the Democratic National Convention, Michelle spoke in support of Clinton, who had previously run against Barack during the 2008 primaries, and her vision of a progressive America. Number 9. Abigail Johnson, President and CEO of Fidelity Investments, United States. Abigail Johnson, born December 19, 1961, is an American billionaire businesswoman. Since 2014, Johnson has been President and Chief Executive Officer of American investment firm Fidelity Investments, or FMR, and chairs its international sister company, Fidelity International. Fidelity was founded by her grandfather, Edward C. Johnson II. Her father, Edward C. or Ned Johnson III, remains Chair Emeritus of FMR. As of March 2013, the Johnson family owned a 49% stake in the company, with Johnson herself holding an estimated 24.5%. In November 2016, Johnson was named chair and remained CEO and president, giving her full control of Fidelity with 45,000 employees worldwide. Johnson's wealth is approximately $22.6 billion, making her one of the world's wealthiest women. She was named by Forbes as the richest person in America's 50 largest cities in 2016 and ranked 9th as one of the most powerful women in 2020. She was also the wealthiest person in Massachusetts in 2020. Number 8. Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the United States House of Representatives. Nancy Pelosi is the 52nd Speaker of the House of Representatives, having made history in 2007 when she was elected the first woman to serve as Speaker of the House. Now, in her third term as Speaker, Pelosi made history again in January 2019 when she regained her position, second in line to the presidency, the first person to do so in more than 60 years. As Speaker, Pelosi is fighting for the people, working to lower healthcare costs, increase workers' pay through strong economic growth and rebuilding America, and clean up corruption to make Washington work for all. For 31 years, Speaker Pelosi has represented San Francisco, California's 12th district in Congress. She's led House Democrats for 16 years and previously served as House Democratic Whip. In 2013, she was inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame at a ceremony in Seneca Falls, the birthplace of the American women's rights movement. Working in partnership with President Obama, Speaker Pelosi led House passage of the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act in early 2009 to create and save millions of American jobs, provide relief for American families, and provide a tax cut to 95% of working Americans. With the House Democratic Caucus, Pelosi continues to focus on the need to create jobs in America and prevent them from being shipped overseas. Number 7. Sheryl Sandberg, Chief Operating Officer, Meta, United States. Sheryl Kara Sandberg, born August 28, 1969, is an American business executive, billionaire, and philanthropist. Sandberg is the Chief Operating Officer, or COO, of Meta Platforms and the founder of Leanin.org. In June 2012, she was elected to Facebook's board of directors, becoming the first woman to serve on its board. Prior to joining Facebook as its COO, Sandberg was Vice President of Global Online Sales. Sandberg was Vice President of Global Online Sales and Operations at Google and was involved in its philanthropic arm, Google.org. Before that, Sandberg served as Chief of Staff for United States Secretary of the Treasury, Lawrence Summers. In 2012, she was named in the Time 100, an annual list of the most influential people in the world. As of December 2019, Sandberg was reported to be worth over $1.8 billion due to her stock holdings in Facebook and other companies. Sandberg became an outspoken advocate for women to be more aggressive in seeking success in the business world. She often pointed out that, despite the gains women had achieved through feminism, business executives were still predominantly male and women needed to close the ambition gap. She feels that for women to want to return to work after having children, they should do everything they could to seize exciting and challenging opportunities early in their careers. Number 6. Malala Yousafzai, human rights activist, Pakistan. Malala Yousafzai, born 12 July 1997 and commonly referred to as Malala, is a Pakistani activist for female education and a Nobel Peace Prize laureate. She's also the world's youngest Nobel Prize laureate and second Pakistani to receive the coveted award. She's known for human rights advocacy, especially in the education of women and children in her native Swat Valley, northwest Pakistan, where the Tehrik-i-Taliban Pakistan had at times banned girls from attending school. Her advocacy had grown into an international movement, and according to former Pakistani Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi, she has become the country's most prominent citizen. Her family came to run a chain of schools in the region. Considering Muhammad Ali Jinnah and Benazir Bhutto as her role models, she was particularly inspired by her father's thoughts and humanitarian work. In early 2009, when she was about 12, she wrote a blog under a pseudonym for the BBC Urdu, detailing her life during the Tehrik-i-Taliban Pakistan's occupation of Swat. The following summer, journalist Adam B. Ellick made a New York Times documentary about her life as the Pakistani military intervened in the region. She rose in prominence, giving interviews in print and on television, and was nominated for the International Children's Peace Prize by activist Desmond Tutu. Number 5. Mary Barra, CEO, General Motors, United States. Mary Barra is Chair and Chief Executive Officer of General Motors. She was elected Chair of the GM Board of Directors on January 4, 2016, and has served as CEO of the company since January 15, 2014. Under Barra's leadership, GM envisions a world with zero crashes to save lives, zero emissions so future generations can inherit a healthier planet, and zero congestion so customers get back a precious commodity: time. She focuses on improving their customer experience, and strengthening GM's core vehicle and service business, while also working to lead the transformation of personal mobility through advanced technologies like connectivity, electrification, and autonomous driving. Barra also serves on the board of directors of the Walt Disney Company, the Duke University Board of Trustees, and the Detroit Economic Club. Number 4. Melinda Gates, co-founder of the Bill and Melinda Foundation, United States. Melinda French Gates is one of the most powerful women in philanthropy, as co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. In early May 2021, Bill and Melinda Gates announced that they were getting divorced, but will remain co-chairs of the foundation. According to filings, Melinda also became a billionaire on her own after Bill Gates transferred her $2.4 billion worth of stock in early May 2021. As part of the foundation's mission to help all people lead healthy, productive lives, she's devoted much of her work to women's and girls' rights. In her next chapter, Gates's mission is to close the funding gap for female founders through her investment and incubation company, Pivotal Ventures. Before revealing the top 3 most powerful women in the world today, if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, kindly do so by clicking on the subscribe icon below. Also, give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. Let's continue. Number 3. Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, Germany. Ursula von der Leyen has been President of the European Commission since 2019. As the head of the European Union's executive, she has defined 6 headline ambitions for Europe for her mandate: a European Green Deal, a Europe fit for the digital age, an economy that works for people, a stronger Europe in the world, promoting European way of life, and a new push for European democracy. Before joining the Commission, von der Leyen held several federal ministerial portfolios in Germany, including Defense Minister, Minister for Labor and Social Affairs, and Family Minister. Number 2. Kamala Harris, Vice President, United States. Kamala D. Harris is the Vice President of the United States of America. She was elected Vice President after a lifetime of public service, having been elected District Attorney of San Francisco, California Attorney General, and the United States Senator. Vice President Harris was born in Oakland, California, to parents who emigrated from India and Jamaica. She graduated from Harvard University and the University of California Hastings College of Law. Harris and her sister, Maya Harris, were primarily raised and inspired by their mother, Shyamala Gopalan. Gopalan, a breast cancer scientist and pioneer in her own right, received her doctorate the same year Vice President Harris was born. Her parents were activists, instilling Harris with a strong sense of justice. They brought her to civil rights demonstrations and introduced role models, ranging from Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall to civil rights leader Constance Baker Motley, whose work motivated her to become a prosecutor. She's the first woman, the first Black American, and the first South Asian American to be elected vice president, as was the case with other offices she has held. She is, however, determined not to be the last. Number 1. Angela Merkel, former Chancellor, Germany. Angela Merkel may be Germany's first female chancellor, but her gender is not something she's ever put forward, in either fashion or policy. The pantsuit-wearing leader has avoided describing herself as a feminist throughout most of her public life. As she prepares to leave the country's leadership, some say her efforts to improve the situation of women have largely been slow in coming. Conservative Chancellor Angela Merkel has been called the world's most powerful woman and a model for many in Germany. During her tenure as Chancellor, Merkel was frequently referred to as the de facto leader of the European Union and the most powerful woman in the world. After 16 years of grueling European summits, late-night coalition negotiations, and back-to-back conference calls with heads of state, Angela Merkel has vowed to spend the foreseeable future kicking back her flat black shoes and reading a few good books. That's all on our video about the most powerful women in the world. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. We value your opinions. Feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section below.